technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland.
Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Atlanta Falcons
and the Washington Commanders.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
Go.
Here's Gibson to start the drive.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Wentz to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll run with Gibson. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
On first down, right back to Gibson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. On play action, it's Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw here. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 27 yards there, a first down. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. This time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage.
Tackle made by Chase Young.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
So now a 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs.
Got his man. It's London. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal.
Back to the ground now. Patterson.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Here's a 2nd and 7. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Cordero Patterson. Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Falcons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson to about the 48-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
46 down, man, 5-4.
Now Wentz.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Casey Hayward.
And the Falcons are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Sunday.
From the 27, Wentz. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
They'll run with Patterson.
He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the great move out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Touchdown, Falcons!
Kyle Pitts,
a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of... zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, Howell. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So here we go, 4th down, Howell. It's complete, swings it out to his running back. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Here we go, set. Right, kick. Set.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Koo knocks this one through the post. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Oh, what a move. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate that wasn't picked off.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 40 yards on the ground for him so far.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Now try to pick it up on 3rd. And he finds McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington! So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
From way up at the 23.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Come on, set.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to run.
All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Hey, check mega.
3rd down, here's Patterson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. First down, Howell to throw.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
To throw again on second down. Howell. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello to Big Way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
One more time with Gibson.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
I don't have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built like that.
Howell, 3rd and goal.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will close the gap down to 14.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. They score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Got a man, it's London.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. On first down, going back to Patterson. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Finding Kyle Pitts running the slant. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Patterson running between the tackles. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. A pitch comes to Patterson. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 72 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. Once more, they turn to Patterson. Jdeuce there to bring him down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That makes things really difficult for their offense.
That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Powell's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Gibson here running out of the gun. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
24-yard gain on the play. First down at the 11.
Black one.
A right side run with Patterson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Hey, man. Ultra. Don't ultra. Green back. Hut, hut.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards the pickup there. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Give to Patterson, running to the right. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and it was their defense.